Welcome back to the Bloomington Breakfast Club. I'm Juliana Mary.
And I'm Gabrielle Valenson. We've got all your campus news updates and your entertainment buzz for the week, so grab your cup of coffee and enjoy.
And stay tuned for our exclusive interview with a local Bloomington DJ. Let's just say Gab and I might learn a thing or two about making our own music.
You'll have to stick around. It's going to be a fun morning. Thanks for getting your day started with us. Here is your morning wake-up call, Hoosiers.
This year, Bloomington facility crews have patched over 600 potholes caused by cold temperatures and snow plowing.
The IU Student Government Congressional Student Life Committee has decided to focus on sexual assault, parking, and transportation issues this term.
NASA has officially ended the mission for the Mars rover called Opportunity after spending 15 years on Mars.
In Greek life news, Chi Phi fraternity will be returning to IU and recruiting new members this spring.
Something Rotten the Musical will be coming to the IU Auditorium on February 27th and 28th. You can still get your tickets. It is time for everyone's favorite Celeb Gossip pop culture segment that we do here on The Breakfast Club.
The unnecessary updates of the day, and we also have Asher Michelson joining us again this morning because we had so much fun with him last time, so thank you for coming back.
Of course, I love this.
We love having you. I want to jump right into this.
Of course.
And I want to start with J-Lo. Grammys, I know, it's going to coming on 2 weeks, I know,
right.
But I cannot stop thinking about her performance.
It was incredible.
It was so unbelievable. She is such a performer in every sense of the way, such an artist. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the dancing and the
choreography was on point. Her outfit, she had like outfit changes throughout the performance.
She's unbelievable, unbelievable. It was so great. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because she announced, I can't even believe she's going to be 50.
Yes.
Hello. But she announced that she's doing a little tour for 2 months for her birthday, and it's called It's My Party Tour.
So fun. I'm so excited for her, and she looks so good. I don't understand.
She truly is. She's not even just a triple threat. She is like
more than that.
I mean, she had a Las Vegas stay. She is consistently coming out with movies. She is singing, she is acting, she's everything. Mm-hmm. And the fact that she's turning on 50 and people still look at her as if she's this young and hip and just super influential artist is just, I think it's incredible.
She's stayed relevant for so long, and I think that through her career you can just see how she continues to have such a big following, which I think is very
Exactly.
cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, so next thing, Miley is truly wife of the year. She attended the premiere for Liam's new rom-com, Isn't It Romantic? Because he was sick. So she attended in his place.
Yeah, that's great. And I mean, they just got married. And
yes.
She's, and she also had the Grammys like a couple of days before that. So she did that wonderful performance. So
I'm just happy because like she looks happy
really
and healthy,
does.
and it looks like she knows who she is right now. Because I feel like she went through that kind of crazy demon that's now possessed Katy Perry kind of phase. So it's
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. She just looks like she's so content and so happy.
She does.
And I feel like she's not struggling with her own emotions anymore, and just she seems content.
Yeah, she's moved on from the wrecking ball phase
There
for
you
sure.
go.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Another celeb that we all love. So Lady Gaga and her fiance Christian Carino, there is speculation that they have split. What's the tea? Is that what you're doing? There's speculation that they have that they've split because he did not join her at the Grammys.
No.
All this Grammy talk, I love it. And she wasn't wearing her ring, her $400,000 engagement ring.
Okay, and people are saying that it's because they're divorced or going through a split, but I remember like
No,
way back-
they're not. They're engaged. They're engaged.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go through with the wedding. But
Right.
I remember like way back when, even before like they got together, she's always said that she will not get a divorce because her parents are divorced, and she has this
Right.
whole thing
Right.
very against it, and that she will not. So I feel like if she's not sure about the wedding, then she won't go through with it.
True.
Because she
And
wants to avoid that.
Speaking of not being sure, I mean, her and Bradley.
Yeah.
I know he has a partner and they have a baby together, and that's lovely. But oh my God, after you see A Star Is Born, you want them together.
They were acting together. They're not going to be a couple in real life together.
I don't know about that. It was such an emotional. It was just how can there be not a little bit of feeling? That's my opinion.
Well, maybe they're good acting, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
though.
So we'll see. We'll see if they're actually split up. I don't know.
We'll see what comes of that. But also, Cardi B became the first female solo artist to win Best Rap Album, and she received some criticism
Yes.
for that. But she has like come back on social media defending herself. She eventually deleted the clip, but she's definitely taking a stand and saying that she deserved the title that she won.
And
so,
yeah, being a woman
Yes.
in the industry, we have our guest coming on later who is a woman in the
Right.
DJ industry, and
Yes.
rap is the same thing.
Cardi B is the first woman to ever win the category in the Grammys for Rap Album of the Year. And people on Twitter and social media automatically pinned her against Nicki Minaj, which
Right.
I don't understand why two women in hip hop can't coexist together.
I agree.
I think it is so sexist, and I think it's terrible because there are so many men out there in this music industry, and they can all work together. But as soon as two females who are in the same lane start to compete, then it's automatically they have to clash.
Right.
right. There's room for more than one. That's
Yeah.
all
I
have to
agree.
say.
Like if they came together for an album, imagine how like impactful that would be. Instead they're
Yes.
fighting.
It would be. It would
Oh my
teach a
gosh.
lot. I agree. What do you have for us? What's your little
Well,
update?
in other news, international K-pop girl group Blackpink just debuted their first performance on Good Morning America and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Coachella, and they're going to be doing Coachella this year, which I think is incredible because they're the first ever K-pop group to be doing so.
So, do you know a lot about them?
I
Can you-
do.
Can you give us some information? Because I'm not that familiar.
Yeah,
I want
me
to, but
neither.
they're like blowing up on social media right now. I saw their GMA performance.
Right.
That's
And so they're a part of a K-pop organization called YG, and YG is starting to expand more into America now. And so they're trying to get their groups into the American market, which has never been done before. So it's a kind of a challenge that they've never faced before, but this girl group is interesting because they are 4 members and they speak English and Korean. So they're opening up more of a market that they haven't done yet, and I think it's amazing.
K-pop, yeah.
Yes, because we don't have a lot of Asian representation right now in music.
Right.
So I think it's incredible that hopefully they'll start to trickle down into the American market.
right.
I feel like it's a good time to come into the market with the way that music culture is right now. It's a lot more accepting and people want what's new and fresh. So
Right.
I feel like of any time, this is really a good time for
time
them
to
to,
do it.
enter in.
Because
to the
Spanish
new
music
market.
is almost like a trend right now. In a way, like, you know,
Right.
Despacito was one of the biggest songs last year. And hopefully we can start to see just more international music coming into
Right.
the USA.
That's true.
Right. I'm excited.
Exciting. We'll see where that goes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us again.
Of course, hope to be back.
You will be. You will
Yes.
get that invite back.
Yes.
And we are going to toss it on over to Jack Basset, and he's going to introduce what he has for us.
Thank you, Gabby. I'm Jack Basset, back here to take you out on the street. Here in Bloomington, Farmers Market is a rite of passage. Hundreds of people come out to the corner of 7th and Morton Street from April until September. But what happens after that? Where do the people of B-Town go to get their local produce needs? Here, let's take a look at the winter months alternative.
On the outside, the Harmony School on East 2nd Street here in Bloomington looks like a normal school. Like most schools, there's a playground, a bike or two thrown on the ground, long hallways filled with endless amounts of lockers, and all the similar sights and views of every other school we've all seen before. But every Saturday from November until April, this school transforms into the home of Bloomington's Winter Farmers Market. The halls of Harmony no longer just fill with students. as the community flocks inside the school in order to satisfy their winter local produce needs. People of all ages travel around the school gymnasium and hallways, visiting a wide array of around 3 dozen vendors. You can find locally raised honey, fresh, gluten-free vegan pastries, early morning made breads in all assortments and varieties, apples, eggs, and even more apples, locally grown vegetables of all kinds,
It's hydroponic. Wow. So we don't even grow it in dirt.
beautiful blooming flowers, and a little bit of everything else that you can think of can all be found here. Regular favorites of the market include mouth-watering, authentic Mexican pork tacos, packed with a large portion of pork served inside a hand-rolled corn tortilla, avocado toast scooped freshly out of an avocado before your eyes on a homemade whole wheat oat piece of bread, sprinkled in salt and dashed with pepper, then finally laced with a layer of leafy greens from one delicious and nutritious breakfast. Food isn't the only object of appreciation here, as live music is found every week. This week features Curtis Cartwell Jackson, Good music and good food leads to happy faces for this community of customers here inside Harmony. Experience the treat of Bloomington's Winter Farmers Market for yourself. Come out every Saturday from 9 to noon at the Harmony School. For the Bloomington Breakfast Club, I'm Jack Basset.
We are thrilled to have a local Bloomington DJ with us in our studio this morning. She is also an IU alum.
That's right. She has not only performed at clubs and venues in Bloomington, but also all across the nation. And now she's getting ready to perform on Kesha's Weird and Wonderful Rainbow Ride Cruise Tour, which makes its way to the Bahamas. That is so exciting. We're so happy to have you.
Everyone, please welcome Madison True, also known as DJ MADDØG.
Hey.
Hi. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
I'm pumped.
You're leaving in a
Couple
few
hours, yes.
So thank you for
Getting in
making
the
time.
car, just heading to Tampa.
Thank you for making time for us.
Yes, I'm pumped.
Okay, well, we have so many questions for you.
Right.
We're so curious to, how you started, and so why did you start DJing?
Well, it started as a hobby, so it wasn't something that I went to IU. I didn't come here to study DJing. I came here for apparel and business in anthropology. So totally a sidetrack. But I started just kind of as a hobby because I was like, okay, well, I was 27 at the time. So I've been going to bars and clubs for like 10 years. I've never seen a female DJ.
Yeah.
Here in Bloomington, I never saw one out and about, or I'd traveled and I'd never seen one. So I was like, I'm just going to do this because I don't see a lot of women doing it. And I think it's something just to have on the side, just to do for fun.
Right.
And so I just, bought a little crappy DJ controller for my birthday and treated myself and just started DJing like on my porch for friends on like Fridays at 5 o'clock when people are getting off work. And then that turned into, hey, come play at my fundraiser. And then that turned into, hey, open for me at the Root Cellar.
Wow.
And then that turned into, hey, have your own night at the Root Cellar. And hey, have your own night at the Back Door. And then those turned into residencies. And it just kind of it snowballed. It wasn't something that I went out and was like, I'm gonna be a professional DJ. It just kind of just
Happened.
snowballed and became this own thing, which I'm super grateful and excited about, and super happy to have so many people support me and excited about
That's
it.
so great.
And it's my full-time job now, which is crazy.
That is so
Crazy.
awesome. So what has your experience been like working in the DJ scene here in Bloomington?
Super supportive, super awesome, and through DJing at the back door, I've actually met another female DJ, DJ Pixie, who has become one of my really good friends and kind of a mentor to me. So that's really awesome. But yeah, I mean, this is where I like started. So I just kind of learning and growing. So yeah, it's been very special.
And I know we kind of touched on this a little bit before, but as a woman in this profession, mostly dominated by men, as you said, what are some of the challenges that you face?
Verbal abuse, sometimes turned physical. We talked earlier about how someone has, you know, I've had drinks thrown at me, you know, so dealing with that while trying to like stay composed and just like continue to keep the dance floor moving. So I think having people doubt you, you know, when you're trying to like do your best, I think is really hard, you know, and you know, I've tried to book shows at places and have been told like, hey, it would be too gimmicky to have you because you're a woman. So running into things like that, but then taking that and being like, having that kind of be fuel for the fire.
Exactly.
Be like, okay, I'm just gonna push through this. So
Makes you want to do it more.
makes you want to do it even more and even better, you know. So just stuff like that, and just constantly trying to prove people wrong. And you know, I've had people be like, well, then why don't you just don't disclose your gender? And I'm like, why would I do that? I'm like, I'm proud of my
you
gender.
should.
Like, why should I hide that? So just navigating through the unnecessary like BS and stuff like that. But like I said, in Bloomington, and like I have, you know, great residencies at the back door in the root cellar, and they've been really supportive of me from day one. So it's really nice having, you know, those families to fall back on.
That's a great mindset, I think, to have. So overall, how do you see the future for women in the DJ industry?
I mean, it's definitely, I think, grown leaps and bounds. And like from when I was growing up and kind of like first getting into the club scene and bar scene as like a young 20-something-year-old. And I think with all the different movements going on, I think people are starting to have the discussions that kind of need to be had. So I think it's really helping. I think on a local level, we're doing good work. We've got things like Midway Music Festival happening. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's a femme festival where every act has at least one female in it.
That's so great.
Super awesome. So I think on a local level, we're doing pretty good. There's always more work that can be done. I think on a national and even like worldwide level, I think there's a lot more work to be done. Especially like with festival lineups, you know, it's still predominantly male. So I'd like to kind of see that change a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you say has been craziest, coolest moments that you've gotten to experience?
This
Ideas.
one, the one I'm about to experience in a couple hours.
I'm sure. I mean,
This is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
This is gonna
Tell
be
us a little
nuts.
bit more about that.
Oh man, I have no idea what to expect. But the whole, I got on there through a submission process that I actually forgot I even submitted to, because I was like, there's no way I'm even gonna get on this thing. One of the performers at the back door, Envy, sent me the submission because they were already going on the cruise, and they're like, hey, you should do this, like, just, you know, send something in. And I was like, okay, when someone sends you something and they believe in you, like, I always do it. But I never in a million years was I like, oh, I'm gonna make it on this thing. So I actually forgot I even submitted to this contest until like a month later I got the email like, hey, you're in the top 10. I'm like, what? I was like driving in my car and I had to like pull over and be like, oh my God, have a freak out moment. But so it was a submission process, and then it went through a voting process, through an open voting, and then the people who were actually going on the boat then also did a voting round. So people who don't even know me or
wanted you there.
Wow.
voted for me to be on there. So this has been super awesome experience. I've had friends, family, fans just like all voting for me and like spreading the word and sharing stuff on social media, and like it's almost been like kind of like a team MADDØG thing. So this whole thing has been super special, especially when I had so many people believe that this is something that I could do, and I didn't even think I could do it. But I'm doing it. I'm leaving in a couple hours and we're going.
You are doing it.
That is so cool. I love that. So this all just started as a hobby of yours. So what would you say to others who might be interested in DJing or just pursuing their own hobbies as a career?
I say do it. I mean, do it. And that's the beautiful thing about the arts is like you don't have to have a master's or a PhD in something to just try it and do it. And like that's the kind of other beautiful thing about like the technology age. We've got YouTube, we've got like Linda, we have all these like awesome resources where you can just learn, and if you're willing to and really want to, just do it. Be fearless.
Yeah. So you're performing in, like you said, a few hours.
Yes.
You're getting ready to go.
Yes, at the back door.
Yes. So what keeps you connected to Bloomington as you continue to rise in success and travel and go to all these awesome places?
Well, Bloomington is my home. Like I went to high school here, went to college here. You know, my friends and family are here. It's a great learning hub. I mean, IU is here. There's so many opportunities through IU, and I've been working a lot with like different like Cook. I've done stuff with Cook Medical. Like there's just a lot of opportunities here, and I have residencies in Madison, Wisconsin, and St. Louis, so like I can hop around there. I can go to Louisville, I can go to Nashville, I can go to Chicago, I can go to Cincinnati. Like this is a great location to kind of just, you know, I don't have to be in a metropolitan city to be able to like travel. So this is actually a great location to be if you want to hit all those cities in the Midwest.
I love that.
Yeah.
So we thought, I don't know what we're getting ourselves into, but we thought that it would be fun if you show us
I would love to.
backspin.
What's backspin?
Is that what that is?
Backspin, baby.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna walk over. You have a lovely setup over here in our beautiful studio. Okay, so we have your little setup over here.
Yeah, this is it.
I'm so excited to see what you do.
Yes.
Okay, so you hit start, stop, obviously.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm gonna grab my headphones from over here.
perfect.
Okay, so I am gonna teach you guys how to do a backspin.
Okay.
Cool. Very cool.
I am a little nervous. Okay.
You can do it.
Yes.
So basically a backspin is when you grab the record and you flick it back really
Right.
fast, and then right at that point where it starts to kind of want to go the other way, it almost just, the record almost stops
Okay.
for like a millisecond, and
Yeah.
that's when you want to take the crossfader, which is right down here,
Crossfader.
and hit it,
Okay.
hit it to the other side.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a beat playing on the other end, so it should
Okay.
sound
Can you show us
seamless.
first?
Yeah, I
Yes.
would love
I need an
to.
example.
Yes, let me get. Okay,
I'm so excited. Oh.
there we go. Okay, I'm gonna
Bumper
get my
in the
other
studio.
beat kind of going.
I love this.
So my other beat, that's what I'm gonna bring it into.
All of these controls.
I know, it's like a spaceship's.
It's amazing.
So dance tracks usually are kind of 4 beats
Right.
for a bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for simplicity purposes, I'm gonna grab it on the 1 and backspin it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, that's so
That's what
cool.
we're gonna do.
That's so cool. Okay, I
love
really,
that.
I really don't know if I can.
You can do it.
this.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Let me get this lined up for you.
Come on, Gabby, feel the beat.
Okay.
You can leave it here though.
2. Okay. Do you want? Am I gonna go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So make sure to grab it kind of at noon and flip it really
Okay.
fast, and then you're gonna hit this crossfader to
Got
the other
it.
side.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Woo! There you go.
Did I get it? Did I get it?
That was good. That was good.
Okay.
Okay.
That was really fun.
My
guys.
next victim.
Okay. All right, let's see if I can do it.
Okay. gonna get it lined up again.
Like, I loved that. I was not expecting that.
Okay. I like this.
I'm gonna start it from the
You got
beginning.
this.
Okay. So the counting, the 1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
3, 4. Okay.
3, 4. 1, 2.
Oh my gosh, I messed
Okay,
up.
let's do it again.
Okay, wait. Okay, so on the 1, I do the.
Be aggressive. Be
Okay.
aggressive. Okay.
Okay.
B.
I don't want to like
Aggressive.
break anything. Like there's like a lot of buttons up here, guys.
You got it, Jewel.
Okay.
You got
You won't
it.
break anything.
Okay.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now I want you to try it, but more aggressive.
Okay. More aggressive. Okay.
You got this.
Just gotta go for it.
One more time.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
2, 3, 4. There we go.
Oh, that one sounded.
Yeah, you
that
wanted to
one
make that
sounded really good.
Yeah.
I have to say.
I think I might
have been
consider
better
this
than
as a
mine.
career.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. And congratulations. So much is happening for
I
you.
know. I'm very
This
excited.
is so exciting.
Yes.
Very exciting. Very nervous, but excited.
We cannot wait to see all the great things that you're gonna do on the cruise and everything. Thank you so
Yay,
much for
bring it
being
in.
here.
Thank
and thank
you,
you
thank you.
so much for tuning in to the Bloomington Breakfast Club. We love spending our Monday mornings with you.
Be sure to follow us on all social media at B-Town Be Fast Club. And if you are interested in joining our TBBC team, please contact Bryce at breef@iu.edu.
That's all for now, Hoosiers, and we're gonna get out of your way and let you do your
Yes.
thing.
Woo!
Let's do this.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.